Undoubtedly, Munich is a city full of history. Today, however, we are in a city that existed long before Munich was even a thing. Therefore, is a lot more historically significant and also a very beautiful town. It is the third largest out here in Bavaria, and fortunately enough, it's right here at the Romantic Road. So as you can see, we already entered the gate to this beautiful city. Welcome everybody to Augsburg. After World War II, many major cities and smaller towns across whole Germany were destroyed beyond recognition. In 1950, to make the country attractive to tourists again and improve its overall image, the Romantic Road was created. This now world-famous 460-kilometer holiday route connects 29 cities, each full of half-timbered houses, castles and beautiful surroundings. In this video series, we'll explore the most iconic places along this road. So if you're interested, I recommend watching the full playlist. That being said, join us as we travel along the Romantic Road. This is also an adventure where I'm not going to be walking through cities of the Romantic Road alone like I did in Landsberg. Hello.
Hello, in Landsberg I was busy.
Let's go in this direction. Why not? We have a little river flowing through this part of the city, like we're now going to the, the old town. We have some life outside in the streets again, now that it's finally warm again out here. It's been quite some time, around, 2 weeks, maybe 3, where the weather was absolutely horrible. So it wouldn't have been fun at all to stroll through these streets. But now we finally reached this point again where you can actually call it summer. And we have around, 28, 30 degrees, something like that. So of course, everybody is roaming around. So this is still like a side street. It does have a few restaurants and other stuff, but it's still not the old town we're trying to get to. I'm walking alone again. Oh wow. You may know this river from somewhere else. This is still a part of good old Lech. It also goes here. This place right now is 60 kilometers away from Munich, and it has a fantastic, really fantastic connection by train or by bus. So it's very easy to reach this place, to reach Augsburg. Not like Landsberg. If you want to go from Munich to Landsberg, it's a little bit of a hassle, but with Augsburg, that is not the case. Look at that, you just have your entrance right here, and you cross the river for it. Isn't that nice? Who needs to go to Venice? We have Venice at home. Goes a little bit up the hill here, some Tenerife flashbacks, in case you remember this. Tell you what, stroller is a hard life, especially when your husband films and doesn't help. That's why I do both. I'm the greatest, in case you didn't know. We made it to the main square. 50% fountain, 50% chairs. This main square.
Construction site.
It's not really a construction site. I feel like it's just closed so nobody drives in. I don't have a 360 camera, so I can't film both directions at the same time. But yeah, on this side it's very much construction site. That is true. Anyway, in this direction right here, basically behind me, we now have the town hall of Augsburg. They have a very nice golden hall in there. However, it's closed because they're renovating it until 2026. Bummer, honestly. I guess you gotta go explore that one alone without me when you come to Augsburg and follow the Romantic Road. Obviously, for a main square, you have a whole lot of restaurants and things around, and some fancy looking building here. And from here, you get a very nice view of this huge town hall. Like this golden hall that they have, it goes all the way up there. It's a 14-meter tall hall that they have in there. Really too bad we can't see it. It's supposedly quite impressive. Like, I've been to this city 3 or 4 times and I've never been in that hall actually. So yeah, maybe next year. Time for our favorite game, finding my family. Where the hell did they go? Oh, there you go. That was easy. I found them. Oliver is chasing some pigeons. They seem to be faster than him. Huh? Oh, there you go. That one was almost happening. We also have a tower here, which is equally being renovated, which usually gives you the best look over the entire city. Right place, wrong time, somehow. Anyway, we're still gonna make this work. Well, at least this majestic fountain right here is not under construction, with Mr. Augustus himself on top right here. Probably the most beautiful view when you walk down this, well, I guess romantic street of the romantic road, Maximilianstraße. Giving you some colorful houses right here and a big church, which seems to have a bus stop in front of it or something like that, a tram stop. And here we have a fun place where we finally need to, you know, do some important business. As I said, it's around 30 degrees, so we simply got to get some refreshment, and so we're going into this little place that is a little bit hidden here. Very exclusive place, there you go. All right. So as soon as you end up here, you won't really believe that you're in Augsburg or even in Germany anymore. It looks like you just somehow entered a completely different country. So you have this, you know, this facade of this old building. As you can see, there's like nothing in here. It's completely see-through. I don't know what they're doing here. It's a little bit hidden away, but I can definitely recommend this place. Anyway, let's take a quick look, shall we? Road. Oh, hey! I didn't know you're still here. I'm pretty sure you've been wondering what I've been recording here and where this video is going. Well, it's not going into this video, but instead it is going on my brand new Telegram channel. So, in case at some point I run out of footage and don't post a video for a week, or you just want to know more what's happening behind the scenes, or how I make certain things in my videos or whatever, I very much recommend you to join my new Telegram group. That's kind of it. Let's get some drinks. Now, this place is most certainly not really a steal, but you get some good stuff. So we got some homemade lemonades right here. Homemade by them, not by us, obviously. And we're gonna enjoy them in our little oriental setting that we have here. We have another fountain right here. This time we have Hercules at the top. We now entered through this gate right here into what is basically a little city in a city. We are now in a place with a very funny name. It is called the Fuggerei. So you might confuse it with some English words, but you know, it has nothing to do with that. Instead, the oldest social housing from 1521. And this place looks beautiful these days, you know, everything overgrown. And yeah, it's a social housing that has been around for a very, very long time. And it's also still a thing to this day. Now, if you take a look at the housing situation in Germany and the prices for like rent, well, let me tell you, it's not looking good, right? So you may wonder how much you would pay for a place like this one. Remember, it's a social housing. So you can take a wild guess, and after I showed you around in those beautiful streets out here, I'm gonna tell you how much. And you're not gonna believe that. Hello, random person I'm interviewing on the street.
Hello.
That this channel has definitely never seen before. How much do you think people pay rent here?
20 euros. 20 euros is pretty old. No one pays 20 euros for rent. Like, it should be like 100, 200 per month.
You would be correct. No one pays 20 euros for rent here. In fact, people pay 88 cents rent right here. 88 cents per year. The price of our house in Augsburg was a little bit different than that. So, that is basically, you know, a symbolic rent that the people pay here, but the real payment, so to say, is 3 prayers a day. There you go. This is the one where we can now look how people live here. 150 people still live here. So here's a little exhibition also of the people around here. The other thing is as well that it's not only about providing shelter to people, but also to provide help and opportunities so that everybody can be successful, no matter in which kind of situation they're in when they find their way here. Here we have the house rules from 1957. It basically says, you know, that everybody should be an honorable person and that every human, no matter if young or old, should, you know, have those 3 prayers, Pater Noster, Ave Maria, and something else. And it's a place of peace. It serves as a role model, as an example for a social living. This place here, Fuggerei. And it's also very nice that these days you can simply go visit it. I mean, yes, for a price. It costs 8 euros per person. But there was a time where you weren't able to just step in here and take a look at things. There you go. Up to the 1970s, they didn't even have bathrooms. And there you go. This is actually how the bathrooms look here. Oh, that's me in the mirror. Hello. I mean, look at this place. This is awesome. We have a little kitchen. Well, at least an exhibition of a kitchen, you know. Probably the kitchen table can be placed like this, or was placed like this. They have a little fridge and probably a little stove where the screen is right now. I mean, yeah, this works. Televisions were permitted so long as the antenna could not be seen from outside the building. They also pay a whole lot of attention that everything still remains in this historic state and still remains, you know, original or true to its roots, so to say. So this is the bedroom right here, I guess. Closet here. And the bed, of course. A little nightstand and a phone and stuff. Cross, very important. A little closet here. And that brings us to our final room that we have in here, which is, of course, the living room. Something like this. So yeah, you basically have 2 rooms and a kitchen and a bathroom. All right. I think that's kind of it. So you may wonder, who was this guy who built this? Who was this Fugger? Well, he was actually a very rich guy. There he is. It even says, the rich guy. He was an entrepreneur, he was a banker, and he was a merchant, basically. So very rich guy deciding to make this project right here for the people who are not as fortunate as he was. Very generous. Of course, wars like the Second World War also did not make any halt from a place like this. But fortunately enough, they have their own little bunker right here that you can still visit when you enter this place. Let's take a quick look, shall we? There you go, quite a different feeling if you compare this to the rest of this little village. But here we are. As this place, just like so many others here, was bombed as well. February 1944. We're leaving this gated community behind. Well, yeah, it's 8 euros per person entrance, but at the same time, you know, with a place like this, you just know that it's for a good cause. There you go. Our Mr. Fugger still has a private bank right here, which is apparently very well rated. We're now basically outside of the whole thing again. As you can see, the gate is now on this side. So yeah, I don't know, a few things that I would have wanted to show you were closed. So that would be all for now, I guess. We're now on the way back to where our car is standing. This time it's a little bit easier. You know, we had a little bit of complications to find the exit of this parking thing when we went here. You can see more of that if you join my Telegram community, and you will in the future also see more weird and funny moments like that on there. And I guess that leaves me with nothing else to say, except thank you so much for watching, and let's get out of here.